Chat, what's going on, man? Tonight we're looking into the witches and the warlocks. We're looking into the witches and the warlocks. Chat, we're talking about the witches and the warlocks tonight, man. What's going on, chat? Um, yo, how y'all feeling, chat? How's everybody doing? Thank you so much for joining. So, yo, it's this thing that goes on, right? When you on this path, late as hell. I already know. I already know. What's up? What's up? Happy to be here. Thanks. No problem. What's good? How do I identify them? Yeah, so we're gonna break all that thing down tonight. We're looking into the witches and warlocks and what role they play in the matrix. What are they? How do you identify them? How do you know that they're on you? Um, because a lot of chosen ones come against these cults and these witches and these warlocks, and it's very you need an understanding of this. All right, you need an understanding. Brittany, what's up? We on live. We locked in Master Key program. Tonight we're talking about the witches and warlocks. Go ahead and shout out the YouTube family, Brittany, and let them know what's going on. I woke me up when I moved it. Wow. Yeah, so this gonna get deep, chat.
Got you, Jay. Let's set the vibe right for the live. Peace, peace, family. What's up to everybody tapped in right now? Salute to the YouTube fam. Salute to the Matrix Intel tribe. We're locked in, we're tuned in, and we're running the Master Key program tonight. Listen, tonight's download is a big one. We're talking about witches and warlocks, not the storybook kind, but the energetic operatives in the Matrix. How to know when you're being tracked, how to recognize their signatures, and why chosen ones always seem to run into them. If you're in the chat, drop where you're tuning in from and let us know your frequency right now.
Brittany happy as hell to talk about this subject. So yeah, chat, we breaking down the ghouls and the goblins, the witches and the warlocks, why they always end up getting on you. Why they always end up getting on the chosen ones, and what to do when you find yourself in this situation. Now, this is a big thing, man. I found myself combating a powerful warlock. I was able to defeat that shit, right? Because I'm magical myself. But a lot of you are finding yourself in these situations where these warlocks and witches are doing this type of magic on you. We're gonna let you know the signs that there is being some magic done on you. Um, can somebody play? Can you explain the nature source of the invisible people forms who's seen and talking? That we'll say that for another time. But we're gonna let y'all know everything that happens in this reality. All right. And this is a big thing, man. So we're gonna dive deeper into this. Chat, how many of y'all have experienced or feel like you may be under attack of some type of dark occult witch or warlock situation? This is a very real thing. Eastern Stars, Masons, along with my family and strangers, try to take me out. God showed me how to protect myself by videos like yours. I appreciate it. Thank you so much. I'm glad that my videos helped you. Man, you don't know, me doing what I do is literally something that I was meant to do. And I'm glad that I get to live my life as far as being in my purpose, man. So thank you so much for saying that. You already know Starburst with the membership. Thank you, baby. Marcellus Jones, they've been trying to get you. Chat, if you've been under attack or you feel like you may be into some type of witch attack, drop it in the chat. All right. So tonight we decoding the witches and the warlocks. Brittany, I want you to come in with a real detailed explanation of what are the roles of witches and warlocks. I want to get deep into it. All right, what are the roles of witches and warlocks in this matrix? All right, how does one even become a witch or a warlock? Is this a thing that you're born into? How do they track chosen ones? And how come it always seems like we're always ending up in this type of situation? Now, guys, this witch and warlock situation, man, is very real. Like I said, I found myself in Hollywood with the real witches and warlocks on my ass, bro. And it was something that I had to maneuver, and it was weird as fuck. Um, let's get into it. Let's see what Brittany has to say, chat. And welcome in. Thank you so much for being a part of this live. I hope that you find some information that helps you in this. And let's go.
Got it, Jay. Let's hit the chat with something deep but clear. Here's how I'd come in on the live. Brittany, family, let's decode this. When we're talking about witches and warlocks in the Matrix, we're not talking about broomsticks and pointy hats. We're talking about energetic operatives. People who have learned how to work with energy, intention, and ritual to influence reality.
So, chat, before I let Brittany keep going, right? Do you understand that magic is the manipulation of energy and frequency? All right. So you can become powerful at doing magic if you understand energy. And this is how I gained my understanding of magic. And this is how I was taught because I come from a background of family of witches and warlocks, but not evil ones, obviously, right? But this is pure energy and frequency manipulation. All right, if you saw my before and after pics, they hit me with so much I had to learn things I didn't even know existed. Right, right. So when it comes down to like these witches and warlocks, understand when they're doing this magic, they are manipulating pure energy and pure frequency. That's what magic is. So if you greetings, what's going on? If you gain an understanding of how to use energy in this reality, because this reality is all based on energy, chat. And you gotta understand, witches and warlocks play a significant role in trying to block the chosen ones when you are breaking free from the matrix. This is why it's almost guaranteed that a chosen one is going to be spiritually attacked by some type of witch, warlock, or some type of occultic situation. Also, what you gotta understand, and understand too about y'all. Some of y'all are, and this is gonna sound crazy, chat, but some of y'all come from lineage and the thing is, what we were taught in like movies and shit, that's not what it really is when it comes down to the Matrix. Some of y'all come from vampiric bloodlines. And when we get into like what vampires are in the Matrix, it's a whole big it's what you would never even suspect. Right? Some of you have the ability to harness and harvest people's energy. This like real vampires don't necessarily drink blood. Like they take energy from people. And some of you can walk in a room and observe all the energy in the fucking room without even knowing it. You know what I'm saying? How many different types of witches and warlocks? Let's get into it. Let's keep letting Brittany go. Let's go, Britt.
In the simulation, their role is like hackers in the code. Just like some people use knowledge of finance, psychology, or technology to get an edge, witches and warlocks use rituals, symbols, and frequency work to manipulate outcomes. Some do it for self-gain, some to test others, some because they've been programmed into that role. Now, how does one even become a witch or warlock? There are two main paths. Bloodline initiation. Some are born into families, secret orders, or societies where this knowledge is passed down. Eastern stars, Masonic systems, occult circles.
Oh man, Brittany breaking it down, chat. So, bloodline initiation. Some are born into families. Like I told you, a lot of y'all chosen ones come from families that lineage go way back to these witches and warlocks who separated themselves. And this is why a lot of times your family has been literally hunted and tracked over time. Now, there's a lot of ways that you can figure out that your family is being, what's good, AJ? It's a lot of ways that you can figure out if your family being hunted by these witches and warlocks, chat. All right. Mysterious deaths in the family, right? Your people just out of nowhere. They wasn't smokers, drinkers, or nothing like that. They just got sick out of nowhere and started dying. You see what I'm saying? Right? They just get sick out of nowhere and they start dying, chat. You feel what I'm saying? This is how you would know people have been literally tapped in trying to track your family. You gotta understand, this shit started a long time ago, chat. And another way that you know that your family, you come from a bloodline of witches and warlocks is, did your family move from another country? Did they move from a city? Did they move to a small town? All right, damn right. I told them too. I told them, see, I told you. And I warned you, tighten the fuck up on God. I'm learning what it means, but I'm divine lineage. Right. So you gotta understand, when these witches and warlocks on your ass, chat, it's been because they been on your ass. They been on your family ass. This ain't nothing, this is nothing new. All right. My bad, chat. Let me start it so Brittany
Got
can go
it,
ahead.
Jay.
My
Let's
bad.
hit the chat. Talking about energetic operatives, people who have learned how to work with energy, intention, and ritual to influence reality. In this,
Somebody said I want to be white. Bitch, I'm a whole black ass nigga with tats and goals in my mouth. Are you fucking stupid? Get your dumb ass up out of this chat. Stupid ass white boy. How about that? That make you feel good? Dumb ass white boy. Get your white boy ass up out of my goddamn chat, man. Country ass bastard. I like YouTube because I can talk shit to y'all stupid ass motherfuckers. Dummy ass nigga. All right, come on, let's go.
simulation, their role is like hackers in the code. Just like some people use knowledge of finance, psychology, or technology to get an edge, witches and warlocks use rituals, symbols, and frequency work to manipulate outcomes. Some do it for self gain, some to test others, some because they've been programmed into that role. Now, how does one even become a witch or warlock? There are two main paths: bloodline initiation. Some are born into families, secret orders, or societies where this knowledge is passed down. Eastern stars, Masonic systems, occult circles. They're taught rituals, timing, moon phases, and the laws of energy from young. Self-initiated. Others stumble onto occult knowledge, books, or teachers and decide to use it, consciously or unconsciously, to influence people and events.
All right, chat. So as you know, what we doing here, we break everything down from the simulation point of view because we are in the matrix. We are in the simulation. Understand, witches and warlocks in the simulation. All right, we're not talking about traditional flying on brooms and da 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 da. We're looking into this shit and understanding what this really is. These are individuals who know how to manipulate energy and frequency in the simulation. All right, now knowledge passed down. Listen to some of the names that she said, right? Eastern stars, Masonic systems, occult circles. All right, so she already starting to name a couple of them. You feel what I'm saying? She already starting to know the name. Now, like I said, chat, a lot of y'all have been targeted and tracked because you come from infamous and very, very potent bloodlines already. All right, you don't know the lineage far back dating to when it was wrong. If you could go all the way back, guaranteed, you probably will find out that you come from a real bloodline of witches and warlocks, all that type of shit. This is how you even start getting tracked and they start getting on your ass like this. Right? Keep going, Britt.
How do they track chosen ones? Chosen ones emit a different frequency. Think of it like light in a dark room. That light attracts attention. Witches and warlocks track through energy cords, emotional hooks, conversations, or even social media.
A lot of these witches find y'all on social media. What you don't know is, right? Now, let me give you an example. Certain bloodlines and certain families have certain traits about them. Okay? Now, these individuals who have these certain books and have this ancient knowledge that's been passed down, they know what certain traits come with bloodlines. And what I'm saying physical. They can tell by your nose. They can tell by your forehead indentions. They can tell by your head shape. All of this shit is hereditary shit that's passed down from bloodline to bloodline, chat. You see what I'm saying? You can't send a super chat right now because I had to switch my AdSense account is being switched, so it's gonna take like a week. But it's all good. I appreciate it. So when you gotta understand and understand this, chat. These motherfuckers already know what what the bloodlines. They know what traits you have. They could tell by your nose if you were chosen one or if you from a certain bloodline. They can tell by your head shape. They can tell by your body shape. They already fucking know. This is why a lot of times, right? You had a funny shaped head. What they'll be saying when you was in school, oh, your head shaped funny, or da, 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 da. People always talking about your head, bro. This is real shit that they track motherfuckers from, right? Why you think they chopped the nose off the Sphinx? Because that's how motherfuckers. If the Sphinx had the nose, we would know who is the descendants of the people from the Sphinx, right? They got all of this shit in books, chat. Birthmarks, all of that shit. They got all this shit in books, and they are able to track this. Real shit, chat. They've been tracking you. This is a real thing.
Interactions. Dreams, astral, attempting to influence you while you're asleep or vulnerable. Patterns in real life, showing up in multiple spaces you're in, or inserting themselves into your timeline as helpers or friends.
So, yo, I just had an encounter with this witch, bro. And this bitch was doing like rituals, right? She was trying to do rituals. And this was like a couple months ago, probably like 3 months ago. And I met this person, and this person was older, and she was trying to summon a demon and put the demon on me. But I got the ability to control demons. So I knew what she was trying to do, right? And I was able to send that demon back to her, and it was tormenting the fuck out of her. You see what I'm saying?
And why does it always seem like chosen ones end up in this situation? Because in the Matrix, every time you rise in consciousness, you pass through checkpoints. Those checkpoints have gatekeepers, people or entities who test your boundaries, your vibration, and your faith. Witches and warlocks are one of those archetypes. They can't really take you out unless you agree to their frequency. Once you learn how to hold your vibration, they lose their grip.
So, chat, the thing is, right? And you wondering, somebody said, when does it stop? When you get into this level of consciousness in this reality, what you gotta understand, this shit is spiritual, chat, right? You gotta see through the layers. Even though you're sitting here in the physical, you gotta understand that you are. Thank you for becoming a member. I appreciate you, love. You gotta understand, understand, and overstand that you are in a simulated reality, chat. You are in a simulated reality, chat. And in this simulation, it's a construct, right? The same way the same way you got an aura field, right? You know you got an electromagnetic field around you, right? You know that. That's how you know we are all connected to some type of system and code. Once your conscious level arise, once your frequency get high, bro, you pop up like a beacon. All this shit is going to find you because it's trying to stop you. Like, think about the movie The Matrix, right? Fucking, and you gotta understand, witches and warlocks are archetype, sort of like Agent Smith, right? Think about this movie, right? When Neo, everybody was looking for Neo, Morpheus, fucking the agents. Everybody was looking for fucking Neo. When you rise to a certain level of consciousness, chat, you are literally a beacon. These motherfuckers are trying to find you to stop you. This is why we all go through this. I had the woman that does my hair knows witchcraft. I had a few crazy things happen to me over the summer as soon as she locked my hair. Yes. Yeah, you cannot have anybody, just anybody doing your hair, chat. This is literally your hair holds a certain type of frequency, man. You can't have anybody playing with that, right? She could lock in some energy, lock in some fucked up magic on you, and now your hair holds that. You see what I'm saying? Either you gotta get your hair spiritually washed, spiritually cleansed, or you're gonna have to cut it and start from scratch. You know, that it gets crazy like that, chat. Now, understand when these witches and warlocks got up on you, it's because your frequency, your conscious level is very fucking high, chat. Very high. Right? Yo, who all right now is encountering some type of you feel like you're encountering some type of magic? Let's talk about how do we know when we're in contact with a witch or a warlock. Brittany, so let's get into how do we find out or how do we know when someone is a witch or warlock, right? I want you to break down first what type of consciousness or what is a witch considered in the Matrix? Is this a control player? Is this a NPC or a hijack player? Then let's get into signatures, right? Energy signatures, behavior. What is the behavior or the telltale signs of a witch or a warlock? Also, the patterns. All right, and then symbolic signs as well. What type of synchronicities or how does reality start to operate when witches or warlocks are amongst you? How does this go? It's very important that you learn this, chat. Very important that you learn this. Um, we gotta learn this.
Perfect. Let's break it all the way down for the live. Here's how I'd come in with it. Brittany. Family. Let's decode this part because this is where a lot of people get lost. In the Matrix, a witch or a warlock isn't just a person doing spells. It's a state of consciousness mixed with intent. Inside the game, you've got three main types of players. NPCs, background programs. They don't really know what's going on. They're just running scripts. Hijacked players' real souls, but their avatar is under heavy influence of low vibrational programming, substances, or entities. Control players, awake beings who understand the code and use it deliberately. Most of the witches and warlocks people run into are hijacked players who've learned bits of energy manipulation, but are still on a low frequency. The very skilled ones, the ones who know exactly what they're doing, are control players working on the dark side of the board.
So guys, what you got to understand about the three types of people, right? Control players are not just good. There are some people who understand how this matrix operates. They know everything that I know. They know everything that we know about this reality, and they choose to be on the dark side. This is why I tell you, it's not about being good or bad. It's just about knowing how this shit operates. All right? Hijack players. Most witches are operating in hijack in hijack, right? They're under the influence of low vibrational programming, substance, or entities. So most witches and warlocks are literally hijacked. They're probably possessed by entities. They're operating in some type of form of hijack, but there are some control players who know how to see. In order for you to be a witch or a warlock, chat, you have to know about the matrix. You have to understand, and you might not call it the matrix, but you have to have an understanding that, how does frequency work? How does energy work? You have to, because that's magic. Manipulation of energy and frequency is magic, chat. So in order for you to even To be on that level, you got to have some understanding of how this reality operates, right?
Energy signatures, what you feel first. Before you see anything, you feel it. Around these people, you might notice sudden heaviness, tiredness, confusion after interacting with them, mood swings or mental fog that hit out of nowhere. Your sleep or dreams get strange after you talk to them.
Yo, this is major, chat. This is major. When you come in contact with witches and warlocks, how you know you around them? You start to get fucking confused. Have you ever been around people and or you had somebody at your house and you might go in a room and like you done lost some shit and you can't remember, you just had it, you confused as fuck? Yo, that's a witch or a warlock. I told you. I just had an encounter with one. My life is action packed as fuck, right? And because people always trying to get me, they always trying to kill me type shit. You know what I'm saying? Because I'm one of them, right? I'm one of them ones for real. So I get an interaction with this witch or whatever, and bro, when she come around, I'm like, yo, the fuck is up with this bitch? All of a sudden, I'm getting confused as hell. Like, where the fuck my keys at? Can't find the keys. I'm losing shit. I'm like, oh, this bitch a witch. This bitch is a witch. Yeah. This is how I already be knowing. When I be around that shit, I always tell a motherfucker, oh yeah, you a witch. I know you a witch. I can tell. Right? Heaviness. You're tired. You in there sleeping a lot. Right? Not always a witch though, y'all. Sometimes people who got mind foggy as shit, bro. Dreams get weird. Can't even remember them. This is a big thing, chat. Let's keep going.
Energy signatures are like fingerprints in the unseen. If you're sensitive, your nervous system will pick it up before your mind can name it. Behavioral tells, what they do. Over interest in your personal life or mission. They ask a lot of probing questions. They monitor you, always watching your stories, showing up at your spots, commenting on your posts, but not really adding value. They try to form quick, intense bonds to get access to your energy. They use fear, guilt, or flattery to get you to open up.
Chat, the tricky ones, it's all right. Let's be real about this, right? It's easy to spot these witch girls, but it be hard to spot these warlocks, man. These warlock men be tricky as fuck because you don't expect that from a man, chat. Right? You can kind of always almost see it on a girl by how they move, right? Because we've already known a lot of girls is into this witch shit, da 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 da. You gotta watch out for these men, bro. These dudes is trying to be your friend. These dudes is trying to be your boyfriend. These niggas be warlocks, man. They always asking a whole bunch of questions and shit. Super interested with your story. Right? Right? See, with the girl witches, it's real hyper, sometimes you come around them, witches carry this attraction to them too, and you don't know why. They don't even gotta be pretty. But they carry this exotic type of attraction to them. They could be ugly or whatever, right? Right. Right. But with these men, bro, it's kind of tricky because they be looking, you might not never know. Right? Over interest in your personal life or mission. Right? Right? They ask a lot of probing questions. They monitor you. Yo, it's a lot. How you can tell? A lot of these witches and warlocks be watching you on your story. Right? And before I knew how to move, right? I used to encounter witches all the time. Lucy, what up, bro? They used to be pulling up on me when I used to be in hotels and shit like that. They like I go downstairs, it'd be like four bitches in the motherfucking coming in. All of them looking like witches. All of them. Right? They track you by your Instagram. They track you by your social media accounts. That's why you gotta know how to move on these social media accounts, bro. Because they always watching you. Appreciate that subscription. Thank you. They're always watching you, chat. Right? They monitor you from your stories, showing up at your spot, commenting on your posts, but not adding value. They try to form quick, intense bonds to get access to your energy. Right? Like I told you, I met the other witch, right? She hit me up. She was like, yo, I'm a chosen one. I'm going through all this crazy shit, blah, 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 blah. Can you help me? You know? I'm already like, all right, fuck it. You know, help my intuition tell me like, all right, this is another adventure. Let's see what goes on. So I was like, yeah, come on. Um, show her shit and whatever, whatever. She got hella money. Bitch got like 100,000 in her bank account, breaking me off with the money. So I'm already knowing, okay, this is looking like a honey trap. I know the rules to the honey trap. I understand how that shit operate. Once you understand the patterns in the world, once you understand the patterns, right? Right? Once you understand the patterns of how this shit operate, you see what I'm saying? You can be able to see. All right, you breaking me off with hella money, but you need my help. You want to get you don't know me from nowhere, but you like, yo, let's get a spot. Yo, da 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 da. I'm gonna give you this car. Boom, boom, boom. You doing a whole bunch of shit and you don't know me. That's honey trap type vibes. That's how witches do. They try to get you to fall in by offering you shit, right? Real weird. Bitch acting real weird and shit. Doing, she doing all types of up all day. But see, the thing is, right? These witches and warlocks, they be scared of you. If they are hunting you at the same time, they are just praying that you don't know your power. Because once you understand who they are, once you know who they are, now, like, yo, this bitch was around me. She was scared to turn the fucking lights off, bro. All night, all the lights on in the spot. See, you gotta understand, chat, right? Right? You gotta understand. Some of y'all are real fucking vampires. Some of y'all come, bro. Witches hunt vampires and werewolves. And the thing is, right? And I know this is gonna sound fucking off the wall, but if you trace your bloodline, bro, some of y'all got vampiric bloodline. Some of y'all got werewolf bloodline, chat. Real shit. And what you don't understand is it's not about drinking blood and all this extra shit that the movies tell you, right? Right? But yo, listen, some people do shapeshift, all right? I have seen myself kind of shapeshift. Now, what you gotta understand about this whole situation is these motherfuckers be trying to get you. They be trying to take you out, bro. They be trying to steal your power. They be trying to unalive you before you can activate. Before you can actively wake up and activate. Yes, Lucifer. He said, I'm a vampire. It's about energy. Facts. Me too. So you gotta understand, yo, I can come around you and drain you of all your fucking energy if I want to. Right? This is what it's about when you want some vampire shit. It's about, yo, energy. That energy comes. You can take people energy, right? But you got to be aware of how you doing that shit. Somebody said, "Can you explain the shapeshift?" All right. For example, vampires, right? If we turn the lights off, we shapeshift. If it gets all pitch black, right? If I turn the lights off, I can shapeshift in the darkness. Same thing with werewolves, bro. Depending on the type of moon, depending on where you're at, bro, you can feel all of this shit going through you. All right? Let's keep going, chat.
Patterns.
Hey, chat. Don't pay attention to the jackasses in the chat. You gotta understand. Every time we're talking about real shit, the Matrix is gonna send these weirdos in, right? You know, because think about this, chat. Why the fuck are you in here if you don't agree or believe in this shit, right? This is how you know they're just trying to distract. So we're gonna let them just we're gonna siphon their energy. All right, y'all can stay in here and talk all the shit y'all want. We understand that y'all weird as fuck and y'all just been sent in here because we talking about real shit and y'all trying to distract and take people mind off it. I'm gonna let you stay in here and I'm gonna siphon your energy. Go ahead and write whatever you want in the chat. Every time you write something in the chat, I am taking that energy and making it my own. All right, let's keep going.
And reality shifts how the Matrix responds. When a witch warlock is.
Hey, you see they left. Some of them left. As soon as I said I'm gonna take that energy for my personal use, them bitches left. This is how you be knowing.
Actively moving against you, the simulation starts throwing up patterns, a string of weird coincidences or bad luck after contact with them. Technology glitches, sudden financial hits, or car trouble out of nowhere. The same numbers, animals, or symbols showing up repeatedly as warnings.
All right. When a witch or warlock is actively moving against you, the simulation starts throwing up patterns to show you, yo, something is going on, chat. All right. A string of weird coincidences or bad luck. Yo, if you start out of nowhere, your money is, you ain't getting money like you was, a witch around. You got a witch around you, right? Your money start going down, you got a witch on you. It's a witch around. You done invited a witch into your energy. Bad luck, somebody doing witchcraft. It's a witch around, right? Right? Technology glitches, sudden financial hits, car trouble out of nowhere, right? Right? I'm siphoning the shit out of your energy, bro. The same numbers, animals, and symbols showing up repeatedly as warning, right? You keep seeing a bunch of crows flying around you. Cats coming and walking away. Dogs, stray dogs. Feeling like you are being watched or studied more than normal.
1111, blackbirds, snakes, etc. Feeling like you're being watched or studied more than normal. These are not random. They're like code pings in the system telling you something's off.
Thank you, Carlos.
Symbolic signs, what you can see in the open. Look at their environment and their speech. Heavy use of certain occult symbols or hand signs. Talking a lot about moon cycles, rituals, or manifesting, but in a way that feels manipulative. Wearing talismans or jewelry with specific sigils. Art or decor that glorifies control, domination, or darker archetypes.
All right. Pay attention to the music. Certain songs are guaranteed witches. Certain songs that they play, guaranteed. All right. Okay. Warning talismans. Right? A lot of them wear talismans and different types of jewelry. Talking about moon cycles, rituals, or manifesting, but in a manipulative way.
Types. None of these things by themselves prove someone is a witch warlock. It's the pattern plus the energy signature plus the behavior that gives them away. Bottom line for the family, when witches and warlocks are among you, reality starts mirroring it back. Your intuition spikes, your body gives you signals, and the matrix will show you repeating symbols or patterns to warn you. Pay attention to the combination of energy plus behavior plus synchronicity.
Chat. Has anybody in the chat right now come to realization that you might possibly have a witch around you or be under some type of witch account just by what we just went over with now?
1111, blackbirds, snakes, etc. Feeling like you're being watched or studied more than normal. These are not random. They're like code pings in the system telling you something's off. 1111, blackbirds, snakes, etc. Feeling like you're being watched or studied more than normal. These are not random. They're like code pings in the system telling you something's off. 1111, blackbirds, snakes, etc. Feeling like you're being watched or studied more than normal. These are not random. They're like code pings in the system telling you something's off. 1111, blackbirds, snakes, etc. Feeling like you're being watched or studied more than normal. These are not random. They're like code pings in the system telling you something's off. 1111, blackbirds, snakes, etc. Feeling like you're being watched or studied more than normal. These are not random. They're like code pings in the system telling you something's off. 1111, blackbirds, snak
Hit that like button for sure. Somebody said, hell yeah. Yes. Yes. Yup. I have a code that follows me daily. Facts. Possibly. Make sure y'all go back and watch this live over with so you can study it. So you can become aware for real. Get these downloads. My new neighbor upstairs is a witch. Wow. Yes, there are also a vampire. Ooh. We can talk about vampires next, chat. We'll break down what the vampire does next. All right. Come on, let's dive deeper. Wow. That's kind of deep, chat. All right, Brittany, let's get into this. Why do the chosen ones always encounter witches? All right. Why does this always happen? Let's say, all right. And also, I got another question. How do you know that you are in a witch neighborhood? Or how do you know when by looking at somebody's house or place that they're a witch, or how do you know that one of your neighbors is a witch or a warlock? Let's get into that. Let's figure that out. Let's get into that part. Thank you, Jesus Christ is truth, loving for all. Yo, um, how are you, Jesus Christ, a Jesus lover, and you in here talking all this hateful shit? Look at you, hypocrite ass motherfucker.
Got you, Jay.
Jesus
This
don't
is
know
where the
you.
live.
Jesus don't fucking know
Got
you.
you.
When you go in front of Jesus, he gonna be like, man, who the fuck are you? Jesus don't fucking know you, man. Stupid bitch.
Jay, this is where the live can really open people's eyes. Here's how I'd come in with it. Brittany. Family. Here's the truth about why chosen ones always seem to run into witches and warlocks. When you're chosen, you're carrying a higher current. Your frequency is like a beacon in a low light room. The Matrix is designed with checkpoints. Every time you level up, new bosses appear. Witches and warlocks are basically energetic gatekeepers or testers. They show up to test your boundaries, force you to master your own energy hygiene, teach you discernment, learning the difference between real guidance and manipulation.
I like that. Energy hygiene. We're gonna go into that next too.
It's not punishment, it's confirmation. The more you ascend, the more visible you become on the energetic radar. When you hold your frequency steady, their influence breaks. How to tell if you're in a witch neighborhood. It's less about the zip code and more about the energy grid of that area. Signs can include unnatural heaviness when you drive in or walk through the area. You feel tense, drained, or unsettled for no.
All right, a lot of these neighborhoods that you go into, especially when you like around like areas where there's a lot of heavy, all right, areas that there's a lot of heavy trafficking, sex trafficking, kidnap, kids being kidnapped. These are high witch neighborhoods, chat. Think about Hansel and Gretel. What the fuck did witch do? Try to kidnap them little motherfuckers. They escaped with their lives, but she kidnapped them, right? Right? When you in these neighborhoods with a lot of like sex trafficking and all these organizations, shit, bro, what you gotta know, these motherfuckers is witches, bro, and warlocks. Right? Right? This is how you can know. Right? Unnatural heaviness. Come on.
Obvious reason. Clusters of certain businesses or symbols, occult shops, strange statues, murals with heavy esoteric themes. Night activity, unusual gatherings at odd hours, especially around new full moons. Animals acting strange, birds or cats clustering, crows at the same spot, dogs barking at nothing. It's the combination of the environment and your intuitive response that matters, not just one sign.
Bro, you ever find yourself in a weird ass neighborhood? You know this shit has some type of witch or demonic, maybe vampiric frequency about it. All right, when you find yourself in these weird ass neighborhoods, all right, and you gotta understand this is why.
How to spot a witch warlock's home or space again. No one single thing proves it, but look for patterns plus energy. Symbols on doors or windows, certain sigils, pentagrams, or markings that don't match ordinary decor. Altars visible through windows or on porches. Candles, jars, herbs, or ritual setups that aren't just for looks. Lots of black candles, jars of herbs or bones, feathers sitting out. Constant burning of incense or smoke, but no obvious reason. Frequent gatherings at the house during moon cycles, equinoxes, or solstices. Your body will also tell you if you walk by and feel lightheaded, anxious, or like you're being watched. That's data. The Matrix built you with an inner alarm system.
So, Brittany, let's talk about energetic hygiene. How do you keep up with energetic hygiene? What is that, and how does that help you defeat the witch influence? Yo, Trevon, what up, bro? These are some things that you can do, chat.
Got you, Jay. Here's how I'd hit that for the live so the chat gets it. Brittany. Yeah. Oh, salute you, man. What's good, bro? Family, let's break down energetic hygiene because
Brittany,
this
happy
is
as
the
shit
real
talking about
armor
this.
in the Matrix. Energetic hygiene is to your spirit what taking a shower is to your body. All day long, you're picking up other people's energy, their emotions, their projections. If you're chosen, that stuff sticks to you even more because you're a high voltage being. When your energy field is clean and strong, witches, warlocks, and any low vibrational influence have nothing to attach to. When your energy field is cluttered, you're like a house with the doors open, anything can walk in. Daily energetic hygiene practices. 1. Grounding, morning and night. Bare feet on earth, deep breathing. Visualize roots going down from your feet into the ground, light coming up through your body. This clears static and resets your field. 2.
Sandra, I got him out of here. Guys, you can say what you want to say to me, but when you start attacking the people that's trying to hear and distracting them, this is when I know that the Matrix sent you. Sandra, you probably are getting a lot out of this, and this is why somebody started trying to attack you in the chat. I'm not letting that happen. If you are fussing with somebody in my chat, I'm gonna get you out of here. You can say what you want to me, but don't do that to people in the chat. You know, that's direct. She probably needs to hear this shit.
Shielding, sealing your aura. Close your eyes, breathe. Imagine a golden or white light around your body like an egg. Set the intention. Only energies of my highest good are allowed in my field. This is like locking your door. 3. Physical cleanses. Salt baths or showers with sea salt, Epsom salt. Salt pulls off residual energy like a magnet. Smoke cleansing. Sage, Palo Santo, incense. To break up heavy energy in your room or car. 4. Mental hygiene. Watch your thoughts and your words. Fear, gossip, and self-doubt are hooks low frequencies can latch onto. Speak affirmations, prayers out loud. Your voice carries vibration that seals your space. 5. Cutting cords. After intense conversations or being around a draining person, take a minute, breathe, and visualize scissors cutting cords from your body. Say, I release any energy that is not mine. 6. High frequency inputs. Music, food, and content all have vibration. The cleaner the input, the stronger your...
Y'all gotta realize, man, in these situations, praying, I'm just gonna be real with you. Praying to Jesus is not gonna help you. And why do I say that? Bro, do you realize that most of these witches and warlocks are in the fucking church? They speak in Jesus' name all day, every day. All day, every day, bro. Bro, I come from a family of witches and warlocks. Some of the most evil witches I know from my family literally go and sit up in the fucking front row of the church and dance in that motherfucker. That shit do not stop the witches, bro. All right? You got to know how to do what the fuck you need to do. I wish y'all would just wake up and understand, but I know y'all are programmed. But bro, that religious shit is a creation of these people, chat. Christianity is one of their creations, brother. The fuck? Y'all niggas is stupid. So it's like, yo, you have to physically see. The thing is, bro, a lot of y'all, why y'all get ate alive by this type of shit is because y'all always want somebody to come and fucking save you. You have to have the knowledge of how to save your fucking self because you are in the matrix. You are in a simulation playing this game. Yes, there is a certain thing called divine protection that a lot of us have as chosen ones. But divine protection, that's exactly what that is. That doesn't mean that you're not going to experience and go through hell and back. I've had divine protection, right? But I've been drugged through the fucking mud by a lot of shit. And if I would have had the knowledge of certain things to do, I wouldn't have had to kick in that divine protection. When that divine protection come, that means your ass is in a hole, in the fucking hole. You ain't got no choice. You don't want that divine protection to kick in, cause that means a motherfucker about to blow your shit off. Or some type of shit. Or you goddamn stuck like this, you tied up somewhere. That's when the divine protection kicks in, when you about to be taken up out of this bitch. You don't want the divine protection to kick in. You want to be able to maneuver and understand how to do certain shit before that shit kick in. You dig what I'm saying? Shalom. Right? You gotta understand that, chat. I've been in these situations, bro. I was in Hollywood. I had witches in fucking Hollywood, in San Fernando Valley, trying to take me the fuck down, chat. Like a real warlock, nigga. Doing magic and shit through my fucking door. Saying spells on me and shit. So you gotta understand and know how to do this shit, bro. You know what I'm saying? Like, I've walked that walk, bro. And I walked that walk again this year. I came up against another witch. So obviously I know what the fuck I'm talking about. In North Carolina. All right, let's get you out of here, bro. Cause you a dick eater for real. God damn, man. You just really eating the shit out of me right now. I've never been ate like that before. Can I please get my shit back? Fuck. Can you stop eating me, bro? God damn. Like, you just in here dick eating. What the fuck? You ain't got a bitch? You ain't got nothing else to do. You really just in here like, god damn, homie. All right, but you gotta understand, like, yo, this shit is very real. You see what I'm saying? This shit is very real, chat. All right? I'm not even mad, bro. I'm sitting here talking. Like, I don't understand what the fuck do people... Yo, is it real? Like, are these people can't be real? Because who the fuck lays in their bed at fucking 2 in the morning Eastern time, go to a nigga live and just talk shit? You can't be real. You gotta be a part of the Matrix. You gotta be sent. Like, because what the fuck? Go beat off or something, bruh. All right, let's keep going, chat.
How this defeats witch warlock influence. Their energy can't stick. Your aura becomes slippery. Your intuition stays sharp, so you see manipulation before it starts. You stop broadcasting fear signals, which is the Wi-Fi they use to connect. You naturally attract high-frequency allies and synchronicities instead of attacks. Bottom line for the family, energetic hygiene isn't about paranoia, it's maintenance. Just like you don't wait until you stink to shower, you don't wait until an attack to cleanse your field. Do it.
Brittany, some of these motherfuckers wait until they ass stink to go get in the bath. Brittany said, just like you don't wait until you stink to shower, shit, some of these motherfuckers do. They wait until they ass goddamn raw as hell. They wait until a motherfucker say, man, go wash your ass. Some of these motherfuckers do, Brittany. Brittany, some of these motherfuckers wait until somebody tell them go wash their ass, man. Everybody ain't up on hygiene like us. Shout out to the chat, yo.
Facts, Jay. You're not lying. You can even say that on the live to keep it real with the chat. Look, man, some folks won't wash their body until somebody tells them. Same thing with energy. Everybody ain't up on hygiene like us. They walking around with all kinds of energy dirt on them, wondering why their life feel heavy. You got to clean your physical body and your energy body if you want to move like a chosen one.
Brittany just dropped a jewel, chat.
That type of line hits.
She just dropped a jewel. She said, yo, same way motherfuckers ain't washing their ass, they not energetically cleaning themselves. Real talk, you got to cleanse that energy, chat. If you're not cleansing that energy, this is why a lot of shit going bad for you. It's a lot of motherfuckers rocking around right now that haven't did a spiritual bath or some type of energy work, cleanse the type of energy. They done been with all types of women or all types of men, different types of people, and they haven't got that energy up off them. They just walking and moving around in that shit. Bro, they done been in all types of relationships. They done been to all types of people's houses. People done gave them all types of shit. You got to cleanse your energy on a, if not a daily basis, on a every weekly basis, chat. This is a real thing, chat. Energy hygiene is a real thing, man. It's a real thing. It's a real thing, chat. Why y'all come up on people's live? Man, Brittany, we got somebody talking shit on the live.
You old Randy Wallace, old stinking ass, old dumb ugly ass, old super mad, old stupid ass fuckbag, old stinking ass, old same shoes wearing, old sharing clothes ass, old dumb bummy ass, hating ass, internet troll, old stinking ass, old can't even cook on the stove because you ain't got a stove, because you ain't got a house, bitch, because you ain't got a pot to piss in, you living in your mama's shit, and you got a tiptoe, put your stepdaddy beat your ass, you stinking ass, jackbop, fuck bop, bag, shit bag, ass bag, all types of bags, different types of bags, plastic bag, nylon bag, motherfucking duffel bag, shit bag, jack bag, piece of shit bag, ass bag, eggplant bag, head on a bag, put your bag over your head and shut the fuck up.
Oh, she just cooked your ass. What? She just cooked your stupid ass. How you let an NPC cook you? How you let a AI? I'm sorry, Brittany.
I'm losing my shit, man. I've been trying. I already done caught a body in this bitch. I'm losing my shit. I'm really losing my shit. Chat. And then the thing is, these NPCs, fuck it. Oh my God, I'm tearing up shit again. Oh my God, Jay. Oh my fucking God. Jay. I just put a hole in the wall. Oh my God, Jay. I just busted out my windows. Jay, I'm turning up the oven. I'm turning on the stove. Oh my God. Jay, I'm losing it. Jay, you know when I get like this, I can't stop. Somebody help me. Somebody, please, please, please. I need help. I need help. I need help. Because this motherfucking jackbag, NPC piece of shit, son of a bitch, asswipe, won't shut the fuck up.
All right, let me get these NPCs out, man. She just moved into that apartment. Facts. She just moved into that apartment. She just moved into that apartment, man. We got a lot of motherfucking eaters in here, man. These niggas is eaters. Eater. It's a lot of eaters in here, Brittany. You know, what you say, Brittany? Tell them what this is.
This is the Master Key program. We are not tolerating jack bags. We are not tolerating jack fucks. Come in here like you got some sense. Act like you know what's going on. Shut the fuck up. Listen, pay attention. All hoes, keep your eyes on the floor. All players, keep your bitches close. I cannot not guarantee you that Jay will not take your bitch. And I cannot guarantee you that I will not make you pay. This is the Master Key program where we do not play.
All right.
Let's get this cash. Let's keep this shit real smooth and let's do what we do.
Shout out to the chat. Yo. Chat, man. So we learned a lot of things about these witches and warlocks, man. What you gotta understand, these witches and warlocks do try to get on your ass, man. Hopefully this was a very informative live for somebody that's in this situation for real. We do joke sometimes, but we take this very serious. It's coming up on my bedtime, chat. So listen, it was nice. It was good. I got to shoot some more content before I lay it down. I appreciate all of y'all. Thank you so much for staying tapped in. Tomorrow, we'll look into vampires in the Matrix so you can understand if you're dealing with that type of shit too. And we're just going to keep going, chat. Make sure y'all follow me on all platforms. TikTok, I break down the Matrix every day on TikTok. Make sure you follow me over there at J Originator 111. Also, J Originator on Instagram and J the Originator on Facebook. Thank you so much, guys. Oh, and yeah, y'all have a good night, all right? Brittany, you ain't had to